Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Happy New Year once again. I hope you're all doing well. Wishing you all a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2022. Now, speaking of 2022, we have quite a few institutional investors, including the president of El Salvador, weighing in on predictions for 2022 around Bitcoin and the crypto market. We also have some big investments around Bitcoin mining. And I want to talk about crypto regulations. There are some talks of a major showdown that's going to happen this year. And a big part of that is Ripple and XRP. And there are some folks weighing in that, this thing could settle in 2022. We've heard Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse say that. And I want to share some thoughts on what folks are seeing, as well as Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson, weighing in on VCs versus communities in the crypto market. So lots to go through. We're going to break it all down. Before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, it helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on a podcast site, please give me 5 stars. Guys, this video is brought to you by Algorand, which is building the future of finance. They are getting significant adoption. I'm an Algo token holder before this sponsorship, just to be fully transparent. For example, Borderless Capital, guys, they are building they have launched a $500 million fund to build out the Algorand ecosystem. You have both Anthony Scaramucci and Michael Arrington's respective hedge funds investing hundreds of millions of dollars. NFTs and CBDCs are being built on the Algorand blockchain. Miami is using Algorand to track the air quality. So lots of adoption. I'm very bullish on Algorand. If you would love to learn more, please visit algorand.com. Guys, don't forget, I'm giving away $2,000 worth of crypto, $500 in Bitcoin, $500 in XRP, $500 in Algorand, $500 in ADA or Cardano. It's my way of giving back and showing my appreciation to all of you that supported me in 2022 and even the years before. So best of luck. If you'd like to sign up for this giveaway, you have to subscribe to my email newsletter, follow me on Twitter, and of course, be subscribed to the YouTube channel. Links will be in the description for you to do what you need to do. The deadline is January 5th, and these winners will be selected on January 7th. Let's look at the Bitcoin weekly chart here. Not much happening, my friends, and this is where we have to be patient. Bitcoin forming a red candle for this week, going to close out the week this way, and it is what it is. This is how market cycles work. You're going to have moments of peaks and valleys, and right now, we're correcting from, I think, a smaller peak or sub peak, I should say, before a final blow off top, which I think will happen in 2022. And I'm not the only one who believes that. Looking at different data points, metrics, and trends, we're seeing this cycle is lengthening and it's going to play out into 2022. Here's a macro level chart from Charts BTC, who I highly recommend you guys follow on Twitter, showing the Bitcoin halving index by calendar months, and just showing in the white here that our respective cycle has not peaked. We have not headed towards a blow-off top as yet. Now, we've had, once again, these sub peaks earlier this year, but we haven't hit that full mania phase. And this is what the analyst said here. Twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. Remember, blow-off tops are followed by 80% drops. No mania in Q4 of 2021 is bullish for 2022. So once again, the media frenzy, people going crazy, and all those things have not happened to their full potential. And was there some of it earlier this year? Yes, especially around Elon and Tesla. But we haven't seen that full mania phase yet. And the metrics show Bitcoin has not hit a blow-up top. And remember, Bitcoin will move, and then the altcoins will follow. The money flows from Bitcoin into altcoins. And yes, you can make more money off of altcoins, but they are much more riskier. Of course, Bitcoin is more of a solid bet. That is why I diversify, and I've shown my portfolio breakdown to you guys. Ripple XRP is my number 1, Bitcoin my number 2, Ethereum my number 3, and then I have others like VeChain, Algorand, and so forth. So I diversify to reduce the risk in my portfolios. If one of these coins, for example, XRP, which when Ripple got hit by the lawsuit, the price tanked, it has not performed well. And I have Ethereum. So Ethereum has performed well, making my portfolio look great. And some of these other altcoins like Cardano. So once again, diversify to reduce the risk in your portfolio. So we still got ways to go. We'll see when this thing actually blows off. No one knows, right? But we can at least use some of the data and the history and the math and the trends to speculate. And we want to use that versus our emotions. So we'll wait and see, but I do have a strong feeling 2022 will be where things blow off and then we go into a bear market. Now, this is interesting, guys. President Nayib Bukele, obviously the president of El Salvador, he tweeted the following last night: 2022 predictions on Bitcoin. 1, it will reach $100,000. 2 more countries will adopt it as legal tender, will become a major electoral issue in the US elections this year. Absolutely. He says here, Bitcoin City will commence construction. Volcano bonds will be oversubscribed. Huge surprise at the Bitcoin conference. So I agree. I believe Bitcoin goes to 100K. I believe it could go higher. Some people are predicting 200K. I'm going to keep it conservative and say 100K. 2 more countries will adopt it as legal tender. I think we've already seen some of the breadcrumbs for that, where Paraguay, Uruguay, and many of these other Latin American countries have introduced bills into their respective parliament or Congress to make Bitcoin a legal tender. He says here, Bitcoin will become a major electoral issue in the US. Absolutely. We're already seeing it, right? And we've seen people, and I've talked about it, we're going to vote those people out who are not pro-crypto, guys like Brad Sherman and so forth. The Bitcoin City will commence construction. Okay, we'll see how that plans out. The volcano bonds are very interesting. And here, another user tweeted the following: El Salvador BTC bond confirmed for Q1 this year, 1 billion total raise. 500 million would theoretically go into purchase of Bitcoin. Will it be oversubscribed or under? This is something I'm really curious about. In my opinion, leads to a second country adopting. So we shall see what happens. I do wish President Bukele the best of luck. If they're able to use Bitcoin to boost the country's GDP and the prosperity in the economy, go for it, right? And I think we're seeing other countries like Turkey and some of these others that could really use the benefit of crypto. They're moving towards that direction. So we shall see what happens. Nevertheless, this is all bullish for Bitcoin and bullish for the entire market. Once again, many people won't tell you this, but Bitcoin is the brand, the doorway, and the gateway for many of the institutional investors as well as retail. Now, yes, you can say retail has kind of there's a bit of a divergence from Bitcoin going into NFTs and so forth. But the majority of the new money that will be coming in will start with Bitcoin, because I think once Bitcoin starts pumping towards $100,000, watch the media frenzy, watch the hype, watch the FOMO, and then that capital will flow into altcoins. And you and I are holding altcoins diversified, will make returns. So I'm looking forward to a great 2022. Now, I have to say, because I keep it real with you guys, this is not guaranteed. Yes, President Bukele tweeted this, but it's not guaranteed, right? Nothing in life is guaranteed except maybe taxes and death and taxes, as they would say. But this is all speculation. So we'll see what happens. But at least the math, at least the data, the trends backs this up. But once again, not guaranteed. So Anthony Scaramucci, who will actually be interviewing very soon, he tweeted about Bitcoin missing $100,000 at the end of the end of 2021. Excuse me. He said, missed our 100K Bitcoin, but this is more about timing and a clearer path to a cash ETF in the US. I like the odds for 2022. So I think he's talking about that. Well, he is talking about the spot ETF, and I'll talk to him about this in the interview, guys. He says the current weakness is a good setup for next year. We are excited about the future. So theoretically, the longer Bitcoin moves sideways and doesn't correct and jump into a bear market, like we haven't seen an 80% drop like we have historically. Alt season, the final blow off alt season has not, there's nowhere to be found, right? So once again, lengthening cycles. So the more that Bitcoin moves sideways, it's like building up momentum, and the next shot up, whatever the catalyst is to drive the price up, we'll see a giant explosion. That's what I personally think. Now, I know some of you listening, I'll be like, dude, Bitcoin's bull run is over and blah, 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 and I hate Bitcoin. That's fine. I'm just giving you my opinion. You have a right to your own opinion as well. Michael van de Pope, if I'm saying that right, he's a CEO and founder of 8 Global. He's a full-time trader as well. He tweeted the following, pretty reasonable targets for 2022. Let me go through them. Cosmos Atom, $100. Polkadot, $100. Chainlink, $100. CRV, $50. VeChain, $1. I will gladly take Link at $100, VeChain at $1, and Dot at $100 because I hold those in my portfolio. Not so much Dot, I have a little bit. I have majority Chainlink and VeChain, and I will certainly take those prices. That would make me very happy and make my bank account look very nice. So one can only hope and pray for these prices, my friends. I'm sure many of you listening are hoping for these as well. If you hold any of these cryptos, I think it's possible. Once again, if Bitcoin, this is why we need Bitcoin to do well, the capital will flow into Bitcoin. And then we've seen this historically. I'm not making this up. This is proven. I've shown you guys different data points and charts where the capital flows into the different levels of altcoins and mid cap, large caps, and so forth. So I certainly, fingers crossed that these price predictions come through. Now, one item I want to show you guys, and I'm trying to get an interview with Kevin O'Leary, but Kevin O'Leary says his crypto holdings reach 20% of his portfolio. Now, those of you who've been subscribed to this channel for years, we saw the smoke and mirrors. And I would tell Kevin this, I want to interview him. I respect the guy, but I believe in my heart of hearts that he was playing smoke and mirrors. 2017, he was trashing crypto. He was going on CNBC. He was laughing at Anthony Pompliano. Many of you recall that segment. And, he was calling it crypto crap and you'll lose your money and this is garbage. Now, the man has done a complete 180. He's a shareholder and investor in, a shareholder and a spokesperson for FTX Crypto Exchange. He's holding a diverse portfolio. He has Bitcoin, Ethereum, and this is all public. He's made it public, Solana, and so forth. And his level of, his percentage of his portfolio as far as crypto has grown significantly, up to 20%. This is a very bullish sign. Why? Because those of us who've been in the market for a long time have the juxtaposition to know this guy at one point was talking crap about crypto. He then took a position. Now he's fully on board with crypto. What does that mean? It means the narrative has shifted, and the fact that he's going out and talking about this, higher prices are still to come, my friends. These guys are in it to make money. They want a return on their investment. So, the fact that he's going out saying this too, he could have long positions. Maybe in 2017, he had short positions. So he was going out and trashing it. I just want you to think about that. And the fact that this guy, he was really, really critical of crypto, guys, is now fully on board. And you want, it's like the dominoes that fall in game theory and Metcalfe's law playing out, others will follow suit. So Mark Cuban, his fellow Shark Tank shark, if you want to call it that, his Shark Tank colleague, I should say, is fully invested as well. This makes me very, very bullish, my friends. Moving ahead here, miner Bitfarms raises $100 million Bitcoin-backed loan with Galaxy Digital. Now, Galaxy Digital is owned by billionaire Mike Novogratz, former Wall Streeter, now fully invested in crypto. Remember, Galaxy Digital bought BitGo, the crypto custodian, earlier this year for like over $1 billion. I think the largest crypto acquisition to in the history of the crypto industry. It says the miner has already made an initial $60 million drawdown with a 6-month term at an interest rate of 10.75%. Now, it goes back to what I've been talking to you guys about. Why are people investing in these miners? Why are the miners holding their Bitcoin and they're raising funds and they're going public, guys? Why are they not selling their Bitcoin? They know higher prices are coming. They know demand is going to increase with institutional investors. So they're stockpiling, even probably at a loss, an operational loss every month. And they're stockpiling the Bitcoin because they know they're going to get more money for it. You got to understand the economics here, the business side of this. And I've interviewed some miners on my channel. You guys saw I interviewed Marathon Digital Holdings, Riot, Windstone down in Texas, North America's largest Bitcoin miner. They're holding the Bitcoin. Makes me very bullish because I know these guys would sell if they knew the bear market was coming and an 80% drop was coming. They would sell because why the hell would they allow that Bitcoin they're holding on their balance sheet, especially being public, to go down to what, 20K, right? They will lose so much money, millions of dollars, guys. So this is very bullish news, in my opinion. It says the Toronto-based miner has already drawn $60 million at an interest rate of 10.75% per year with a 6-month term and expects to draw more over the next few months, according to a statement. So they're going to grab more capital over the next few months. Why? If we're going to a bear market, why would they be doing this, right? If we're going to another 4-year bear market, why would they be doing this? You got to think about it, my friends. It says here, our new $100 million Bitcoin credit facility adds more component to our diversified financing strategy and contributes significantly non-dilutive capital to fund our global growth initiatives, which includes our 4 farms with 298 megawatts mining capacity under construction, said CFO Jeff Lucas. These news items make me bullish for 2022, guys. Moving ahead, let's talk about Ripple, the SEC, crypto regulations, and so forth. Fox Business investigative journalist Charles Gasparino tweeted the following: 2022 will likely be the year the biggest story in the crypto space unfold. The biggest story, Ripple versus SEC. Win for Ripple / the XRP community will put limits on SEC enforcement power over crypto. A government win and the commission's powers are enhanced to the point that it could go after Ethereum. Wow. Guys, there's also another article here in conjunction with that, written by Benjamin Pimentel of Protocol. He says a crypto regulatory showdown is coming in 2022. And on the list of people to watch for the coming regulatory battles, he includes Stuart Alderati, who's Ripple's general counsel. Now, a couple of things. Charles is absolutely right. This is the biggest story in the cryptocurrency space. Now, many folks are going to say, no, dude, whatever, Ripple, XRP. And that's, maximalism and tribalism. But if they're really honest with themselves, they would see this is the biggest story. There's so many things hanging in a balance here because, Ripple has talked about companies leaving the United States because of lack of regulatory clarity. We know of the conflicts of interest with Jay Clayton and William Hinman. We have John Deaton filing on behalf of XRP holders, and the outcome of this lawsuit, guys, and I believe Ripple will win, but they will pay a fine, will help the rest of the crypto market, the other coins and projects, whether it be Chainlink, Cardano, whatever it is, to be able to fight the SEC if the SEC came after them. And that is significant. And there's a lot of good projects. There's a lot of crap too in the crypto market, right? I'm honest about that. But there's a lot of great projects and they are watching closely what's happening here. They may not come out and say it and tweet it, but I've spoken to some of the founders and people who work at these other projects. They're watching this closely, my friends. And you guys see the interviews I've done. I've spoken to many different people. So there's a lot of eyes on this. And Gensler is trying to grab more power, and he's trying to put up roadblocks everywhere he can for the crypto market. And we talked about that. He's a bankster puppet, right? He's controlled by the banking cartel, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and so forth. So this, I believe, will be a big, significant item and could really spark, or push more momentum into the crypto bull run. If we are already in a bull run, it can send it parabolic. If it hasn't started yet, the run up, the final run up, this could start it. So, we'll see if this is a catalyst, for the start or to just send it off, right? More fireworks. So I absolutely agree with Charles here. And we're seeing just many different journalists and reporters are covering this now. This thing is political, it's national, it's on the federal level. We're having Congress and different people in government meeting and having dialogue. There's more lobbying happening. So this is a big, big item for 2022, guys. We need this. And do I think the market will still do well without this? Yes. But if we were to get clear crypto regulations from Congress, that would be the icing on the cake, guys. The cherry on top of the chocolate ice cream sundae, or whatever you want to call it, right? It would be pretty amazing. So I do think Ripple wins. They pay a fine or a settlement for they pay a fine for 2013 to 2015 or whatever it may be. XRP is relisted, price goes crazy. Rest of the market gets very bullish as a result, because once again, the attack dog, Gensler, has been put down. And I think that will be significant. And we're seeing around the globe that many businesses and companies are prospering, and they're going to respective regions and jurisdictions where they have clarity. So the pressure is on the SEC and Gensler. And hopefully this happens sooner than later, guys, that we get this crypto regulation. But it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. We're going to have to fight. That's why I've been encouraging you guys, make videos, tweet, send emails, call, do what you need to do. Let your voices be heard, guys. Put the pressure, because like no time in history are we able to crowdsource, and this is because of the internet and social media, and have our voices heard. Yes, you can go, protest in front of Capitol Hill or whatever, but many times we'll see that doesn't matter, right? Like you won't have an effect unless you are able to fly people from everywhere. But now people around the United States, even the world, can come together and say, hey, this is wrong, fix it, or you're not going to hear the end of it, right? So very significant time here, guys. And the article I'm not going to read through. It just talks about Gensler and the fight and the infrastructure bill and all that stuff. So I like this, and we got to keep the pressure on the SEC. Now, speaking of crypto regulations, Congressman Tom Emmer, who I've interviewed on the channel, who's famously said XRP is not a security. He talked about he's been co-leading the bipartisan blockchain caucus with Representative Darren Soto, Democrat out of Florida. As 2021 wraps up, I wanted to update you on the caucus, my work, and what we need to accomplish in 2022 to support crypto and Web3 innovation in the US. He says, let's start with the different actors on the Hill moving crypto policy. So the blockchain caucus, we're a group of 40 plus Republicans and Democrats who work together to advance a common sense regulatory approach for Web3. The caucus support has become instrumental to advancing Web3 policy. He says here, the financial committee, the GOP financial committee, Congress can't ignore crypto anymore. Patrick McHenry prioritized crypto policy for Republicans on the committee. Maxine Waters, Democrat now, the chair, followed suit to some degree, but the Dems or Ds typically lean skeptical for investor protection and environmental reasons. So we are seeing bipartisan support, which is great, but I think more Republicans have been on board to provide clarity, right? We've seen a lot of different folks, and one such as Senator Pat Toomey, who I'm in contact with his folks to get an interview for you guys soon. We need more Democrats, and I had talked about it. One major pillar for the Democrats was Maxine Waters. So that was significant that she held that hearing, and she's talking about it. She formed her own digital assets, working group or whatever you want to call it. So we're moving in the right direction, guys, but we still got to fight. Tom Emmer said, this may lead some to think crypto policy is becoming partisan. It is not. Education is the key to orange pilling, and FSC's last crypto hearing reaffirmed that crypto is very much still nonpartisan. He says, number 3, Senate Banking plus Finance Committees, in the wake of the infrastructure bill fiasco and misguided crypto tax amendment, key members on these committees spoke out and supported legislative fixes. This helped identify members willing to lead on crypto in the Senate. He says, industry, many incredible organizations educate members plus their staff. There are 3 keystone groups: Coin Center, which is a think tank, Blockchain Association, and the Digital Chamber of Commerce. I interviewed Perianne Boring, who's the president of that. More groups are coming on the scene to represent crypto interests. We are immensely grateful to all. So the education, the lobbying, the advocacy groups on the rise, guys. So once again, we're headed in the right direction. Great stuff happened in 2021. I know we all want it to happen next month, but it is what it is. But I'm glad we're making progress and we're moving towards the right direction. And I had covered this news with you guys recently. 35 crypto bills were introduced to Congress in 2021. So more pressure. Gary Gensler is probably sweating bullets right now. And this is why we, the people, need to continue to put pressure, even if you don't live in the United States, because of social media, the decentralized nature of communication. Tweet, email, do what you need to do, guys. It's not just about, crypto influencers or John Deaton or certain people. All of you, put the pressure, guys. Let your voices be heard. Now, I love to share these type of news items with you because when I look at this market from a business standpoint, I see the moves, the investments, the M&As, the expansions are happening, and it's all a sign of what's to come of the building of this infrastructure, the growth of this asset class. So Valareum acquires Gibraltar-based Juno to expand on crypto-fiat bridge. The agreement is an essential step toward creating a fully regulated link between the fiat and crypto worlds, said Valereum. Let me jump ahead. Juno is a company that Valerium describes as having 3 areas of licensed operation: the management of trusts and similar entities, the administration of cash for a range of activities, including both fiat and cryptocurrency transactions, and the incorporation and management of business in Gibraltar and other countries around the world. One thing I want to remind you guys of, crypto is a global asset class, like nothing we've ever seen before, because of the blockchain. And it's, once again, borderless. And you could be anywhere in the world. You take $100, you put into Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and you're part of the asset class. There's no gatekeepers. You don't have to be an accredited investor. And it's just, once again, I just sit back and I look at history and I see before, like, you had to be an accredited investor, you had to have this and that and blah, blah, blah. Now I just need an internet connection, a smartphone, and I could go buy Bitcoin. And I could be part of the asset class and share in the gains of the rise, along with institutional investors. Now, some people may say, dude, what about stocks? Stocks can be split. Stocks obviously are only based in certain jurisdictions. So like I can't go buy on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and vice versa. So there's limitations there, and same thing with gold, right? But now real-time verification, borderless, it's on the verifiable, on the blockchain and all these things. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing what this new technology is bringing, and I think a lot of financial freedom. Now, I want to end it on the following. This is some interesting thoughts here from Charles Hoskinson. VCs, venture capitalists, don't understand that Cardano has a community, says Charles Hoskinson. Hoskinson also highlighted the need to change Silicon Valley's bizarre mantra of move fast and break things in crypto, which caused losses of $10.5 billion in the DeFi space in 2021. So Charles is pushing back on the VCs who are coming in, who are maybe trying to get things to move faster and to do things a bit differently, or how they have done it historically in Silicon Valley. But, something that Charles calls out here is community. And it goes back to, what Raoul Pal has said about Metcalfe's law and network effect. Behind each crypto, you have a community, and some are maximalists, some are tribalists, right? Humans by nature are tribalists. But, when you're holding a specific token, if you hold a lot of it, you're incentivized to protect it and fight, for it, and, go after other people who are maybe attacking it, and so on and so forth, because that you have skin in the game. You have a financial incentive because the value can increase as the network gets more adoption, it gets stronger. So it's interesting. I wanted to share it here because it's an interesting thought. And Charles, it goes into further details, but, the TLDR is that there's communities and groups, regardless of if a project is not even hitting its specific deadline, things may be slowed down, the community can still rally together to keep that project going. And I don't think there's ever been anything like that. Raoul Pal, in my interview with him, we talked about sports and religion, right? There's some similar principles and comparisons there, guys. So also, if you haven't seen my interview with Charles, link will be in the description. I interviewed him not too long ago, a couple of months ago. And I am an ADA holder, so I am bullish on Cardano. And here's my portfolio. Those of you who are channel members have direct access to this link, to this portfolio, but there it is, guys. And the items in red are ones I'm not accumulating more of. They've been in my portfolio for years. Once again, I got in 2016. So for example, I bought Litecoin in 2016, early 2017. So I'm waiting for the price to go back up and I'll cash out and so forth. So this is not to say I bought Litecoin last month, right? Just want to give some context. Maybe I should put it in here. I've been accumulating since 2016. Because some people may say, dude, what, you're buying Misigo? Why are you holding Sia coin? Well, I bought those long time ago, guys, dirt cheap. So, Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats, and a lot of capital will flow in. And some of these coins where, for example, Tron, am I bullish on Tron? No, but I know the price will increase once we get into that mania phase. So hope you guys understand. Context, perspective, very important when it comes to investing, guys. Anyway, what do you guys think about this news? I am bullish for 2022. I think we'll see new all-time highs. When that happens in the year, I don't know. I've always been honest with you guys. And if anyone tells you definitively, this is what's going to happen, and, with that level of certainty, be very careful. And I've said before, ask them for the winning lottery numbers next week, so I can go play the lottery and, become a millionaire that way. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.